Dude, I'm so hungry right now. I could eat a... Go on. How hungry? I don't like the way this makes me feel. I didn't like it in DM format or in the original meme. I just feel menaced. Like I'm being blackmailed, but I have no idea what information I'm being blackmailed over. The uncertainty of it is paralyzing, where the only thing I do know is that I'm not gonna like it. Hi again, fellas, and sometimes you just gotta give into that prey animal instinct and pick the fear response of freeze or flight. You best believe I am not answering that darn message. It might be in a conversation I've already participated in up to this point, but I've hit my limit and I need to get the hell out of Dodge now. The type of message I'm talking about today we're mostly getting from the Twitter accounts wild Discord screenshots, terrible DMs, and Discord messages with threatening auras. I can report that these gimmick accounts manage to mostly live up to their names, a rare sight in the modern day of Twitter. This card at the end will take you to another video like this one, and also only 20% of y'all are subscribed with notifications on. If you sub and hit the bell icon, you'll never miss an upload. Hey, so like, can you stop posting Goku on Instagram and Twitter? I have a friend who ships herself with Goku, and when she saw your accounts, she literally had a mental breakdown. Please do everyone a favor and private yourself or delete everything. You're being selfish and insensitive. She thinks Goku hates her now and is cheating on her. So please do what's best and delete everything or go private. Dog. What? This reads like a terminally online offshoot of The Onion, but The Real Onion reads more and more every day like the actual news. And this post is suffering the same fate of the line between satire and reality blurring. It might be real, but joke or not, dignifying this post with even just a dog what skull emoji is more than it has any right to commandeer out of a person. Like, if you're gonna respond, have some balls about it. Make that person even more secure. If you must respond, gaslight that individual and make them more insecure. Double down on how much Goku loves you and not them. Roleplay with a homie who's using a Goku profile picture and pretend to have e-sex. Get in a call for 5 hours and send a screenshot of the call length to that person to make it seem like you just had a crazy sesh. Go all in or don't get into this shit at all. Hi, meet Taylor the Creative. I need $3,000 to go back America. How do I know it's the real Tyler the Creator? Okay, la, I believe you. I mean, it doesn't really get more legit than that. Only the real Tyler could type all of those lyrics out from memory. Plus, everybody knows that Tyler looks strikingly similar to Playboi Carti, and I've never seen this picture of him before, so it must be an original selfie. And with his new album coming out in just a few days now, I'm sure he blew the budget the label gave him on making extravagant trips overseas, filming gay little art nerd music videos, ones I will be ravenously and loyally consuming. So it's like, as a fan, helping the man get back home after he put his all into creating something for us, it's like the least we could do. I feel like Epstein today. I mean Einstein. No, Einstein! The letters N and P are literally 2 letters away in the alphabet and roughly 4 keys away from each other on a physical keyboard, which is an even smaller space if you're typing on a touchscreen. Yet, when typing Einstein, such a small distance away completely changes the acts of what you're saying. It always comes back to how much the English language sucks, man. At YouTuber that I like. I love your videos. Wrong chat/channel. Sorry. Do not ping me. Ever. I'm sorry? That 1920s noir-ass profile picture with a detective coat and the specific choice to put a comma before saying ever, it's very uniquely threatening. Good work on the curation, whoever's behind the Discord messages with threatening auras account. You know what isn't a threat and would never hurt you? This little guy right here. These dropped earlier this week after popular demand for another Kwite plush, and I spent a long time with my friends at U2s to put something together that I'm really happy with. Like, I just look at him and like feel so much dopamine. Look, he is soft as hell, a good listener, and very, very cute, and please be nice to him. He's literally me, guys. Like, you wouldn't want to hurt me, right? These are limited run and only available for another week and a half by the time this upload goes up, so come November 5th, these little dudes will be gone forever. If you want to get one before that, you'll find him at the first link in the description. I don't know how to degrade. If I dated a dude who's into being degraded, I think I'd just be like, yeah, low elo piggy, you like that? You dog shit fucking laner, disgusting low whore. Honestly, that's not too bad. I think this guy just needs to get some practice in. Like, sure, he started on some gamer nerd shit for the first few lines, but considering the type of person who'd want to get degraded by a dude using Discord, they probably know what that means, and you can do worse. And then by the end, he's calling them a disgusting whore, which is like textbook degradation. You're better at this than you think, Adon, so don't be so hard on yourself. Save that for the dude who was gonna get off to hearing you shit talk them. Whoa. Huh. Wowzers. Can you stop with the wowzers bullshit? /genuine, it is so fucking annoying. Every time I talk to you, it's just wowzers, wowzers, wowzers. Bitch, shut the fuck up. Nobody cares about you or your wowzers. Grow up and change as a person. Honestly, this is a message I would pretty much respond to immediately. The person who actually shouldn't have ever engaged is the one mad at the use of wowzers. Because the easiest comeback in the world is just saying it again. I typed wowzers, and the person crashing out over this is already on the verge verge of complete psychosis, so seeing their words so blatantly disregarded, hell, seeing it actively thrown in their face, might cause them to create 3 new holes in the walls of their apartment. Or they might just skip the anger and go straight to bawling their eyes out that no one ever seems to listen to them. They made it incredibly easy to find the bullet hole that you can stick your thumb into. For an exercise in how to do the exact opposite, like not just whining, but how to actually deconstruct your opponent, look at this very faithful and textbook deployment of Sun Tzu's lessons on this exact matter. A guy responds to an Instagram story of a dude eating food asking, "Where'd you get this?" I find people like you really interesting, bro. I ain't gonna lie, this spot is kind of like a personal thing to me. You get what I'm saying? It's just like a personal vibe, you feel? Like, what's really crazy is you wouldn't have even wanted this if you ain't seen me post it. I don't even think you're really hungry like that, to be honest, man. So go ahead, find yourself something to eat, bro. Go open your fridge, man. This not the fridge, this the internet. You get what I'm saying? Shit, I wish I could put you on, but it's really a personal vibe, man. I bring my loved ones here, so you know what I'm saying? You be easy, bro. The aggression is there. The threat is unspoken, but understood nonetheless. The tension is present, but has yet to have a knife taken to it. The real expert level of craftsmanship here comes from the seeds planted in the world building done on the person the message is directed at. The last guy was flying into a blind rage over a frustration he let fester inside his chest and blow up as the time bomb inside him finally ticked to completion. The expert who made this message, though, didn't just say he hates a dude who asked where he got his food outright. He ascribed a reason for why someone would ask something like this to him in the first place. You wouldn't even want to know about this spot if I wasn't the one eating at it. You lack a spot like this in your life. This restaurant means something to me. It represents something I have that you know you don't. Hey, just stick to your lane, man. It's no problem. Just go ahead, eat that food in your fridge. That's the type of person you are. Living your purpose. It's a complete character study and takedown of an individual in just a few 100 words. This dude talks shit and linked his blood sugar monitor on here. I just hit a dude's insulin pump offline. Is a Discord message ever really that serious? I don't really care, because an exchange as vile as this one is something I'd never get to see if people weren't as petty as they are. I'm gonna give y'all some advice real quick. You have to watch out for the type of dude on Discord who has a Lego Star Wars profile picture. And I don't mean he has like Yoda or some stormtrooper variant or something else really common. I mean the people who are as specific as using Han Solo's snow outfit on Hoth from episode 5, The Empire Strikes Back. I know it's not that deep of a cut, but when it comes to Lego Star Wars, it's getting dangerously close to one. They are a person who carries themselves with a very concentrated type of energy to where you're basically playing with radioactive isotopes if you decide to fuck with it in the slightest. I wish I had girls' underwear on right now. What? Mr. Online left. Mr. Online has been added back. Yeah, you're not going anywhere, man. I've always found that Darkseid grabbing Superman's cape meme funny, because this is what happens literally the second after he tries that shit. Them adding Mr. Online back to the group chat immediately implies some level of interest from the other dudes in there. Like, they at least want to hear him explain himself. Like, maybe there's a good reason here. And hell, maybe some of them have actually been thinking some of the same stuff, and Mr. Online here has stumbled into a more accepting friend group than he realized, where they've all just spent so much time scared of what everybody else in the group would think of them, and Mr. Online was the only person with the courage to take that shot in the dark. Perhaps their friendship will only grow more close because of this newfound openness. Either that, or they're about to cook his shit, and responding will get him in the doghouse for life. I'm in 6th grade. Every day is a struggle. This, but unironically, 6th grade had to have been the worst year of my goddamn life, hands down. It was gonna be one of the 3 middle school years. That's just kind of like the only options for anybody. I would not go back to that for shit. I would keep paying taxes over being in 6th grade. At least my problems today I have more agency in dealing with, and I can now turn to alcohol if I fail to deal with them. Okay, well, true. We play a few games, then I eep. Kitten too tired from kittening around. Grown man, by the way. And don't think I missed that Discord kitten profile flare around your icon too. It doesn't matter if you're a grown man or woman, you are just as bad. You spent just as much money or benefited from the purchase of said microtransaction and applied it as much as the other guy. You're just the only one with too much shame to accept that you're already a publicly living the deviant lifestyle. In a complete reversal of the concept of the rest of this video, we have this. What did I even say? Huh? Bro, I ain't even say nothing. It's not a DM you are absolutely not going to respond to. It's an I don't give a fuck if there was a DM, you best believe I'm gonna respond. It's kind of like a genius icebreaker if you think about it. You don't risk fumbling the opening line at all, you just act in disbelief, like you assume the other person has already fumbled the first DM before one's even been sent. It puts that person on the back foot and in a position where they have to make up for a mistake it's physically impossible for them to know they've made. More on this and other tools on how to manipulate your friends in my new book, 48 Laws of Discord Dating dating power. What is your girlfriend doing, man? ChatGPT asked 24 times, 1,777 words, 4 hours and 15 minutes elapsed. He just likes to ask questions, man. Yeah, congrats on bagging Curious George. Oh man, even if she really does just love asking questions, that's the most embarrassing place you could be caught doing it. I'd feel less shame about this if my significant other was a frequent poster on Quora. Hell, I'd take the top user on r/askreddit over this. Dog, she is not asking shit, and you know better. She just hasn't discovered that character AI is a thing yet, and she could be pretending to date any number of fictional men she finds infinitely more attractive than a three-dimensional person is capable of over there.
Bro, this emoji, it gets like a whole ass new dark meaning. When you consider that the hand might not be his, but like someone who's behind it, covering his mouth and jerking him off.
You can tell how much thought he's actually put into the possibility of this because he kept it together up until the very end. Then, as soon as he has to type about the thought of jerking off, boom, first typo. Bro, this is running through your head with a little too much saliva falling out your mouth. I've heard enough, and the implication of being either position during this interaction is something I don't need to hear more about. That would be because I've already considered the scenario inside my own head, and you'd be contributing nothing new. You're a rookie. I thought of this first. From Piss Girl Sparkle. Is my name still Piss Girl in your phone? The yellow flare next to the name implies that the piss is viewed fondly by the person whose phone this is in. It's like, yes, go Piss Girl. This next one indicates the exact opposite, that the person you're communicating with has nothing but a black void of respect for you in their heart. Hey, I'm not gonna lie, I feel like it's not working out. I just don't feel the same anymore. Can we still be friends though? I need your R-leave for theater. Did you just break up with me through Genshin? And that question is asked with a period at the end, so they already know the answer. Zenless Zone Zero has been my personal gotcha money sink of choice recently, so I had to look this up. But apparently theater is a dungeon that having a character named Arlecchino or something makes much easier. Paradoxically, somehow makes it slightly better that you got broken up with through Genshin. It's like at least they aren't bullshitting their ex about why they want to stay friends. Listen, I still need you around to do some shit in the game, so I figured if I told you in the game, it would be less awkward. Like, at best, all you are now to me is another person I queue with for party composition. From Dad. Good morning. Have you seen Hawk Twa on Instagram? Your mom and I can't stop laughing at this. Come downstairs and watch the video before you leave for practice. This shit is so funny, he had to text his own child to come look at this great joke about the right way to give a blowjob. His mom apparently found it hilarious too, and considering they are old, humor has to be relatable in some way to get any rise out of them. Well, the implications write itself. Do not answer this DM. Act like you never saw it, and find any excuse to never actually broach this topic with your parents ever. Hey, just lie and pivot about not actually using your phone all the time, and it's something they can potentially be proud of you for. Just avoid the dark future by all means necessary. Hey, have you ever been with a real one before? No? Well, there's a first for everything. What do you mean? I'm sorry. I mean, I guess it's still true if being real means never lying about how you feel. Like, this guy had one roadblock and internally knew he just was not cut out for this kind of slick talk. So, he immediately gave up. It would be real in this case because it wasn't a lie. It's just the type of reality that gets you an all caps crying emoji caption on an Instagram repost. Hey, I'm really sorry for doing this, but I actually can't take it anymore. You don't like yaoi enough to be with me. I've already told you multiple times that I can only date true Fujoshis, and you just don't fit the criteria. You refused to watch Junju Romantica last week, and last night you didn't want to read Dear Jean with me on Discord. And now I know you're definitely not the one for me. I was already planning on proposing to you when you mentioned you were Fujoshi after we talked about Utrapi, I don't know, for 2 hours, but now I can see that you're just some poser who lied to me and wants to see me suffer. I don't know if I can truly forgive you for this, and I'm going to have to stop talking to you for a while so I can heal. Goodbye. It's very rare where I'm reading something that I can parse as terminally online to a similar degree that I am, but the contents of said post, I just don't know ball well enough to get every reference that's present. Like, I know what a Fujoshi is, kind of, I think. I know some of the other words in there, yaoi has come up before, but I don't know any of these series, and trust, I probably know some other shit that is way more embarrassing, but it's a nice reminder that I am only mortal. There are just so many flavors of socially unacceptable niches that I could just never hope to experience or be knowledgeable in them all. I still have the capacity to feel shock at something new. Sometimes you will feel an emotion you haven't felt in quite some time, and the reminder that you can still feel those feelings makes you realize that you have plenty left to do on this earth. It's weirdly hopeful. When I was little, I'd grab a butcher knife and stand outside my mom's door, ready to bust in and save her from her abusive boyfriend. He wasn't abusive, they were just having sex. A Canadian apparently said, "What is your opinion of Judy Hopps?" Judy Hopps, Gooner number 1, is typing. Oh man, that dude wants to reply to that message really bad. Take the choice out of his hand. If you're able, kick them from the server or group chat. If they have permissions that mean you need to go nuclear, delete the entire chat so that the platform with which they would respond in no longer even exists. And if you find yourself in a position of vulnerability where you can't stop them mechanically, the only thing left to do is to remove yourself from the interaction and leave the rest of the chatters to their grisly fate. If we're being real, there was nothing you could do for them at that point anyways. You would have wasted your last breath trying to save a ship that was doomed to sink. To the Titanic. Girl, be careful for icebergs. I know how you get sometimes. Oh, be careful, lol. Promise? Yeah, I do. Smile. OMG, you're gonna hate me. I don't actually think that because you'll be dead. Jesus, they really have every kind of person skulking around in the post on this account. Listen, I was shitting and it was a massive one. I pushed so hard that I busted a nut accidentally. How do you nut from that? Well, actually, it's pretty easy. The pelvic floor is the muscle you train to successfully push out the most challenging of shits. Clenching your butthole is also how you pee faster and what you use to train your prostate. Push hard enough and you'll get that G-spot to where it only needs to be one tap before it starts doing some spraying of its own. It's pretty basic biology with this. You sent a voice call with no answer. Bro, I'm shitting. You sent a video call. Nah! If we hadn't set up the context for why this is a totally understandable thing to take an educational interest in, we may have reacted to this post a little more strongly. But because we're simply too educated to be the same type of shocked by these things now, I think we're gonna wrap this video up here. Remember, the adorable little Kwite YouTube's plushie is available at the first link in the description, but only till November 5th. After that, he is gone forever. That card I mentioned should be on screen. If you enjoyed, be sure to drop a like and subscribe with notifications on. Anyways, this has been Kwite, and I will see you guys next time.